Hi, I'm John Curtis, head of mobile B2B at Samsung Electronics America. The circumstances of the past 18 plus months have brought about tremendous change and made business as usual obsolete. We've seen that firsthand here at Finovate. Last year, we came together virtually rather than in person. And this year, while much of the event is back to in-person, there are still aspects of the pandemic life at play. This keynote being moved to virtual, for example. Pre-pandemic, I think a virtual keynote would have been unusual, but now it's considered the new norm. It's all part of what we like to call the "and" era, the path forward. Allow me to explain. The financial services industry was built on a foundation of trust, exemplified through personal interaction, the smile at the door, the familiar face, the handshake to seal the deal. But institutions in this industry, institutions rooted in personal touch points, can no longer depend solely on in-person interactions to build trust and get business done. Instead, like many organizations, they're under more and more pressure to accelerate digitization and create a new valued proposition based on secure virtual business models where advisor and client's physical location no longer matters. The reality is that while the pandemic catalyzed the need for this change, there are forces that will continue driving it forward and require taking a mobile-first approach. They are changing consumer behavior, new ways of working, and new technologies enabling this change. When I say these forces require a mobile-first approach, that may sound like old news. We've been talking about digital transformation for years, but never at this rate of change, under these types of circumstances affecting the entire population at the same time. These are unprecedented times, and we're at a pivotal moment. The path we chart forward now will lay the groundwork for how we operate for years to come. And it's a complicated balancing act, figuring out how to effectively preserve the preferred aspects of the virtual world, which are surprisingly productive, while reintegrating the value and simple joys of in-person interactions. And that's ultimately what we want to enable, as we can't live on the other side of a screen forever. As the leader of a technology business, it may be surprising to hear me say that, but I truly believe it. Especially in an industry like financial services, technology should securely enhance the experience, not replace it. It should make employees' jobs easier and more productive, improve their ability to collaborate with each other, and enable them to better serve and interact with their clients. Likewise, for clients, technology should only make the experience of banking or wealth management better, not replace their relationships with their wealth advisor or banker. Though there are sure to be growing pains along the way, I strongly believe the future of financial services isn't an either-or situation for clients either conducting financial transactions online, in an impersonal vacuum, or getting customized service and advice in person. And for employees either working in the office full-time or working remote full-time. Rather, the future of the industry is rooted in an "and", bringing the best of technology and the industry's relationship-centric legacy to create a secure, reliable experience for clients and employees alike. It's the financial services "and" era, and this will accelerate digitization and force change. Let's talk about those forces and how they're specifically impacting financial services. First, I'll touch on changing consumer behavior. The pandemic rapidly accelerated the shift by financial services consumers to digital-first and contactless options. For example, 17% of bank clients who were not using digital banking before the pandemic have since converted to become first-time digital clients. Consumers are also visiting branch banks less. In fact, 73% of consumer bank transactions now take place online or in mobile. Additionally, 46% of consumers has swapped their top of wallet card for a contactless option. At the same time, consumer expectations are shifting from products and services to experiences. Security and data privacy are already considered table stakes, but can be a differentiator in a regulated field like finance. As I mentioned, this creates a challenge for organizations like yours to enhance their digital offerings without losing the relationship-centric personal touch that clients expect when visiting their bank or wealth manager. In short, the value and trust a financial institution creates for its clients will come less from face-to-face time with an individual banker or advisor. The personal touch must now be maintained and replicated through all of a customer's multi-channel interactions. When they visit the bank online, when they call customer service, when they explore products or services. All of these digital-first interactions must reinforce the idea that the institution understands their personal circumstances, needs, and aspirations. I'll now touch on new ways of working. From conversations with both friends and our customers who work in financial services, I understand that flexible work has historically been far from the norm. Just to be sure, I double-checked the data, and it checks out. Prior to the pandemic, only 29% of financial services employers had 60% of their employees working from home at least once a week, according to PwC. That's lower than the other industries that they studied. Now, however, 69% of financial services expect 60% of their workforce to telecommute at least once a week. It's understandable that working outside of the office wasn't typical in this industry. It poses a number of challenges, particularly in areas like compliance and security. But the ability for financial professionals to be mobile and able to work from anywhere will be increasingly critical, even as the world opens up post-pandemic. In addition to the expectation of employees to be able to work from anywhere, another big driver is the accelerating consolidation of the industry. In 2020, more than 3,400 bank branches closed as consumers flocked to online services. This means branch managers and employees will likely have an increasing need for mobility as they rotate among the remaining branches. Similarly, wealth advisors and managers will need to do their job on the go as the geography for their client pool changes. Wherever finance pros are working from, I anticipate it will decreasingly be at a desk in the office. And this means that financial institutions need to equip their employees with secure, compliant, yet flexible technology that allows them to do their jobs from anywhere. We've talked about why digitization is crucial in the "and" era and the forces that will continue to drive the need for it. We've also talked about why digitization can be so challenging to figure out and execute right now. So, what do we do? What's the answer? How can we effectively deploy technology that enhances the experience rather than takes it over? In short, how do we digitize for the "and" era? To me, the answer is agile solutions built around partnerships and mobility. Pre-COVID, most businesses and strategic leads were focused on your institution's competitive advantages, how to maximize them and use them to stay ahead. But what has become abundantly clear over the past 18 plus months is that we need to pivot this way of thinking. The pandemic illuminated that no single company, no matter its size or scale, has all the answers. Leaders like you are realizing that to succeed, we need to focus less exclusively on our own competitive advantage and more on how we and our clients, partners, and even competitors in some cases can collaborate to drive new ways of thinking, innovation, and success for all. It's about identifying ways to leverage the best resources, expertise, etc., that we each can offer to redefine how we work smarter together and chart a better path forward into the "and" era. Let me share an example. While it's not a financial institution, it's work we did during the pandemic that really illustrates what I mean by how fast we can implement new business models at scale. We partnered with Walmart to roll out more than 700,000 smartphones to its store associates to enable them to streamline their work on the floor and better serve in-store customers. Leveraging our newest ruggedized smartphone, new scanning technology, and a custom-built app, but more importantly, we had to do it nationwide. It was developed after a full year of shadowing employees in stores and observing what needs they had that could be met through technology, as well as what concerns needed to be addressed. Walmart wanted to allow both personal and store use of the phones. As a result, we uniquely created a way that employees could seamlessly shift between a secure work profile and their own personal profile on the phone, allowing them to use the phone at home if they wished, which we understood to be a priority. The phones also have defense-grade protection for data, a necessity for all parties. And by creating an app that could be used on the smartphone, Walmart enabled their employees to use the solution wherever they are in the store, on the floor, in the stockroom, behind customer service desk, etc. This is an example of how, through collaboration and partnerships, we were able to create a mobile solution that enhances the experience for employees and customers alike. We're integrating mobile technology without losing the value elements of their existing customer-first approach. We're bringing this same approach and way of thinking to the financial services too. For example, we, along with our partners, Google and IBM, are partnering with a cohort of financial services organizations to upgrade their existing mobile ecosystem. We're delivering best-in-class technology like our Galaxy Z Fold 3 and the highest level of defense-grade security required for regulated employees, along with the expertise of elite engineers and developers to transform the way they do business. Additionally, we're in the process of developing a data-driven report that will explore the perspectives of employees and leaders across financial services about the future of work and the role of mobile technology. We hope to glean some fascinating insights that can be used to inform how financial services continue moving into the "and" era. We'll be sharing our findings in the future of Mobility Finance Report later this year. Keep an eye out for it at insights.samsung.com in November. I hope I've been able to inspire new ways of thinking and approaching the path forward. I thank you for your time and attention, and I hope I get to see you all in person someday soon. In the meantime, be sure to visit insights.samsung.com for more of my and Samsung team's perspective. And if you're on LinkedIn, let's connect and change the conversation. Feel free to drop me a message via email. I'd love to hear your insights and experiencing navigating the "and" era. A new chapter is beginning. I'm eager for us to navigate it together, discovering what's possible when minds and methods convene to reimagine what financial services in the 21st century can and should be. I wish you all a wonderful and safe conference experience at Finovate 21.